what are some of the worst aspects about returning to the office? Let me know what yours are in the comments below, and we'll review them and commiserate together next week. For those of you who are in mourning in a return to office situation like me, I just thought maybe we should experience a little catharsis together. Okay, here we go. The number one worst part of returning to the office is saying good morning. I said this to my husband yesterday, and he informed me that I don't even like saying good morning to him. So I damn sure don't want to first thing in the morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and all of the pleasantries that come along with it. I just want to make a beeline to my little work hole, and I just want to sit there and drink coffee, organize my life, and hit the pedal to the metal so that I can blast out what I need to do and then move on. I miss not having to be polite to myself because it was just me. Next, any and all forms of referencing the day of the week in a hallway conversation. I despise anything related to it's Monday, it's the Mondayest Tuesday, happy hump day, Friday Eve, it's finally Friday. Yay, 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 yay. There's just a script of things that people say to each other, and I'm already exhausted by the small talk. Next, another worst aspect of returning to the office is sharing a bathroom with other people. I used to only share the bathroom with my dog, and now I share a bathroom with people whose shits smell worse than my dog. Next, another worst aspect of returning to the office is that people have to share a bathroom with me. And for those of you who may or may not know, I go to the bathroom every 5 seconds because I drink a gallon of water every day in my attempt to stay hydrated and not have headaches. And 2, my shits are worse than my dog's. So now, instead of pooping in peace, I have to poop and realize that some poor soul has to go and use this bathroom after me. Moving along. The fourth worst part about returning to the office, and these are not in any particular rank or order, is ambient noise. I didn't know how little I was able to pay attention and focus and how quiet my house is until I got back into a space where I can hear everybody's clicky-clacky little keyboard and their nails and their mouth and just the general hum of business being conducted behind me and all around me all the time, that where my overstimulation at the end of the day has risen to such high levels that literally the sound of my neighbor blinking is enough to send me to the moon. Next, worst part of returning to the office, number 6, trying to tune out somebody else while I'm trying to make a phone call. Because while this person's talking to me in my ears on the phone, this person behind me is having a conversation about their lunch, that person behind me is having a conversation about all the things that are wrong with the place that we work, and this person over here is trying to plan out what part of Disney World they want to visit first, and I am simultaneously alternating between stations of conversation all around me and not listening to the person on the phone. Next, worst part of returning to the office, number 7, is not being able to eat normal food. I have to put some scraps of food that I scrounge up from my house into a little box that I then put into a bigger box that I have to tote into the biggest box of all that I sit in so that I can weirdly eat stupid little pieces of food and then be hungry instead of taking 5 seconds to cook an egg. The mental exhaustion of packing a lunch, I forgot how bad it was. Next, worst part of returning to the office, number 8, is realizing that I'm a pig who farts and burps at regular intervals and nobody should have to be subjected to me. And now there's people to hear it, other than my cat, and she didn't mind. Worst part of returning to the office, number 9, is the guy in my space who doesn't seem to realize that headphones have been invented and listens to horrible classic soft rock radio from his phone, from the little tin speaker on his phone for everyone to hear randomly throughout the day. Number 9 on the worst part of returning to the office is realizing, did I say 9? I don't know what number we're on. But the worst part of returning to the office next on the list would be people who speak on speakerphone, knowing full well that everybody can hear both sides of the conversation. It was bad enough that we had to hear one side of somebody else's conversation, but I damn sure don't need to hear both participants. I already can't focus. Last but not least, the worst part of returning to the office is that I realized that my teacher was right when she wrote on my report card that Kaylee distracts others from learning, because I can't stop talking. I can't stop talking. I distract everybody, everywhere, all the time. I am a menace to productivity and focus. I cannot not to people. And the amount of time that I have sidetracked myself eavesdropping on other people's conversations and then thereafter inserting myself into their conversations has decreased my productivity to an all-time low. And don't tell me to get noise-canceling headphones, because I have them. But do you know what they don't do? Is cancel out all of the noise, because I can still hear yakety yak in the corner, yucking it up with somebody else. I can still see movement around me, which I'm constantly tuning into and paying attention to. I don't think I'm allowed to wear sunglasses. I haven't figured out a way to put on blinders. Basically, what I'm saying is I need a full body isolation suit or some type of noise canceling pod in order for me to zone in. And maybe my skills will get better. And maybe they won't. But for those of you who are also returning to a cubicle setting with me, let's all hold hands and say a prayer and a little kumbaya that we figure this all out together. And also say a prayer for all of the people that are in the cubicles surrounding me, because as I said, I am a slovenly sloth, and other people shouldn't have to be subjected to it. As someone who was working all alone in my little hovel for the last couple of years,